guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Nicole, if you're new around here, and today we're attempting to make pepper jelly. I have never made pepper jelly. I have had pepper jelly, really like pepper jelly, but never made it. This summer, I grew a bunch of peppers in my garden, threw them in the freezer when I harvested them for this moment. So I'm really excited. I grew all these peppers to make pepper jelly. So that's what we're going to do today. And I'm not really sure what I'm doing. We'll see if it works or not. I came up with my ratio. It's a 15:1 ratio. I measured out what I had in grams for these. And it's actually a little bit different number because I had actually cleared out the bowl. And then I came in and I went a little bit over on my jalapenos. My jalapenos do have the seeds in them, so that make it a little spicier, but that's okay. I have quite a few of the other ones. Just see what happens. It's either going to be outrageously spicy, not spicy enough, perfect, or crap. I don't know which. I am not the master at canning, far from it, but you do need your canning pot with lid. This is not a pressure cooker, it's just a canner. I don't know what they call it other than a pressure cooker and not a pressure cooker. But you need one of these. We're gonna go ahead and put some some water in here, bring it to a boil, and we're going to use that to sterilize our jars. I have a ring for every jar. We have lids for every jar. I'm going to wash them all, although I may not have had to wash the lids, but I've got extra lids just in case. You need to wash the jars because they are all being reused. And I have my pectin. You need pectin. People will tell you that that's bad pectin. I don't know. This is just what I have. So this is what I'm using. And of course we have our food processor so that we can process up our peppers. And from there, I'm just winging it. So we'll see what happens. So another thing that is handy to have when you are canning is an electric tea kettle so that you can get hot water fast. There's all of our jars in sterilizing. I think I need to put a little more water and actually cover them so that they will sterilize. The whole reason I own my electric tea kettle is really for this purpose right here. So I'm going to use my food processor to process up all of my peppers. I wish I had my gloves still. Pepper down. Because I don't know how spicy these are. I wear contacts, and so peppers and contacts don't match. I think we'll do it in batches. Oh, and here I go. Grabbing a bunch of peppers. Off to the wash I go. Find my lid. Haha. Oops. There's our jalapenos. I know those puppies are not pleasant on the eye. Smells like peppers. That's as far as we're gonna go. Okay, so go ahead and these back in my bowl for now. I need a big pot, and mainly because I don't want to have to go back out to the shed in the cold because it's snowing and cold outside. I'm going to use my pasta pot here. I am going to add my peppers over high heat. Okay, and then we are going to add in 2 cups of apple cider vinegar. Because I basically have 2 batches here, so I'm doubling. Then add in my fruit pectin, which because I have 2 batches, I need 2 boxes. The boxes are 1.75 ounces. Okay. We need to stir this in and bring it to a rolling bubble. I'm really curious to know just how hot this is, because this could be totally spicy. We don't know. If it is, I'll give it to my uncle. He loves spicy. So it's funny, the older you get, you know, they say you have a favorite burner. Well, my stove here actually wants this burner that we're on, the right side, to be the favorite because it is the ultra high burner, and the one on the other side is just burner, yes. But you have your ultra high here, and you have your simmer on the back. Oh, we're almost to that bubbling stage. Okay, so we bring it to a rolling bubble, and then we're gonna add sugar. Boy, are we gonna add sugar. So, everybody always says you want the propane or the gas stove because it boils hotter and faster and whatever, and when you kill the heat, either I don't get it, or I just grew up on electric and never had trouble, because it doesn't seem like it does a whole lot better. Throw that out there. Somebody please tell me I'm wrong. I'm cool with that. But then give me tips and tricks on how to make it better. Okay, so we're going to kill the heat to it. We're going to add 10 cups of sugar. Remember, I doubled, so if that sounds like a lot of sugar, well, it's 2 batches. There's 1, 2, 5. We're gonna stir that in. 1, and 5 makes 10. Now let's stir that puppy in, and then we bring it back to a rolling boil. Once we get it back to a rolling boil, we let it boil for 1 minute. And then we remove it from the heat. Must be getting close to a boil because it's starting to put scummy stuff on the surface. Oh, see? There it goes. That we're going to skim off before we put it into or into jars. Oh, and just that little bit has now made it thicken. Hey Alexa, set a 1 minute timer. Alexa, stop timer. Okay. Kill the heat. Now I need to find a bowl because we need to skim the scum off. Okay. That's got most of it. Figure out how to transfer these around. Okay. So I have my lids prepping in hot water. I actually warmed the water up with my instant kettle. Flip my lid, or my lids. Flip my lid. Flip my jars over. I have this lovely canning thing. We want to fill this up until it is 1/4 of an inch from the top. Now I need to get a wet rag and, ooh, that's hot. Wipe the rim of all of them off, because if there's anything on the rim, that will keep them from sealing. go ahead and turn the heat on to my water. I do not want to put these into a boiling hot water bath, but I don't want the water to be cold either. And then finger tight is all you want. 7 minutes. I don't have enough water in there, I know this, but I don't want to fill it all the way up just yet because I don't know how much water I actually need. Here's where my hot water comes in handy. Pour my hot water in. We want to make sure that we are at least a ½ an inch of water above the tallest jar. Put my lid back on and bring it to a boil. And once it starts boiling, we boil it for 5 minutes. So we're gonna have a moment of truth. I have a ½ a block of cream cheese right here that was left over from something I did yesterday. I'm gonna put a little of this jelly. It's very runny because it hasn't set up and it's still very hot. But I want to know how it tastes. So we're gonna try it. Okay. Okay, moment of truth. Not bad. I mean, it's terrible. Don't come in here and try it. So at our house, we call these mommy chips because they are the best chips.
So she says.
You get the perfect ratio of dip to chip with the mommy chip. They have processed for 5 minutes. Now we pull them out, set them on a towel, and listen for the popping to commence. Oh, there went one. Alright. Now this really should sit in place for 24 hours before we move them, and then we'll see. So there are our 8. I have a feeling I did something to that lid accidentally. I don't know what I did. Oh, there went another one. It's like music to your ears when you're canning. I'm afraid that one might not, but it might. We'll see. We're gonna let them sit here for 24 hours, let them do their thing, chillax, and then we'll move them to storage. When we move them to storage, a new thing that I learned is you take the screw-on ring that you put on finger tight off and you store them without that. That way, if something happens in storage and it breaks the seal, they don't reseal themselves and you don't know it. Otherwise, they are ready to go to storage.